Hello everyone, welcome back to another week here at Creators Call Shop on YouTube. I am delighted today to be talking with you and sharing these things with you because it is time for us to have a giveaway. If you watched last week's video, I was talking about how when I hit 500 subscribers, I was going to do a giveaway. Well, I recorded that video a few weeks ago, and in the weeks in between, we have not only hit 500, but we are almost at 600 subscribers. It boggles my mind. So today we're going to talk about the giveaway, and then I'm going to share a little bit about what's going on in my family, and also some things that I found this weekend when I went out to the antique stores with my daughter. Things are hopping here at the Harrison household, and I'm excited to share them all with you. But before we do that, why don't you go ahead and get yourself your drink, find a comfy place to sit, and I will tell you all about it right after this. Yes, we have a lot to chat about, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do for the giveaway. I have this book here, and we're going to discuss this in a minute, but first let me tell you about some of the fun things that I found when I went out antique shopping and kind of thrifting. It was a thrift/antique shop visit with my daughter. So the first thing I wanted to show you that I found, we are recording on it right now, and it is this gorgeous vintage tablecloth. These are the kind that they used to use on the card tables. And this one is in beautiful shape, and I really liked it. I have two that were handed down to me. One is a Christmas one, and then one's a blue and pink one, and you see them sometimes in my listing photos, and sometimes you see them in my videos as well. So I was actually so excited to find this. But my daughter, yeah, she called and asked me if I wanted to go antiquing with her because some of the shops in the little town nearby where she's at, they're having a spring, I don't know what you call it, but basically if you go around to all the shops and let them know you're there, then you get to participate in a drawing, and a lot of them are antique or vintage style shops or home decor and cute things like that. So yeah, I picked up a few cute little things. But the reason why she wanted to do that is because we have an update on the home buying saga. My kids actually found a house. Now we're very excited for them. I'm a little bit still having sticker shock based on what they had to pay and where it's located, what they had to pay for the location it's in. However, we're all very excited because I think it's going to be a good fit for them, and it has a lot of the things that were on their list they were looking for, and it has the space that they're going to want. So it's super cute little house, and we went out to look at it with them. We've been going along on most of these house runs, you know, so every single house that they've seen has been a slight improvement over the last one, and this one had everything that was on their list. I feel like I'm rambling. I am rambling. Anyhow, when we got there, it was kind of a different situation. So the homeowners were leaving for a specific amount of time. Nobody was taking appointments. You just showed up with your realtor. Well, we were there first, and thank goodness we were, because there are like 3 more interested parties who all pulled up with realtors right as we were there and waiting for our kids to show up. So we decided to start walking through so we could already be inside the building when they came. Really cute little house, built in 1949, and it has a lot of the features that the other ones had that they really liked, but this one also has a shop, which is something that they were planning on building in the future, but this one has it, and it's a really good sized shop. So today is the inspection. After filming here today, I'm gonna go and be there for the inspection on the home, and we'll just see what they say about that. There are some concerns that we have. Anyway, yeah, that's exciting. So we went out thrifting/antiquing on Saturday because Camille wanted to see if she could find any furniture, and she did. So now it's in our garage, which fridge is really getting full, but we're gonna store it for the month or so until the closing and all of that, and then we can help them get moved. But here's what I found. Now, I don't normally find things like this in my area, these antique postcards. Are we getting a glare? I hope not. There we go. But I found these sweet little antique postcards, and I was very selective because I wanted them to be images that I could use easily and that were pretty and maybe a little bit different than what you might normally see, you know. So I think these were $3 a piece, but they are old. This one is, well, let's see, around 1915 it looks like. They wrote 1914 to 21, but I think that's a 15. And then there's this one. There's the date, 1912. And then this one from 1911. That's really sweet. So, you know, there was a period of history there where postcards were the thing to send, and they were just so gorgeous. I kind of wish we'd get back to that because these are just so pretty, and they're prettier than your standard cards on the shelf. Then down the street a little ways was a different antique shop, and so I bought some vintage photographs. And we have a plethora of old photographs that are family members, but I don't really want to sell the relatives. I've always said I will never sell the relatives. Seems like a good policy, but these were there, and these were the ones I liked the most. I felt like this place, their prices were a little high, especially doing resale and vintage myself. This one was only $1.95, but I liked this one because of all the little faces. So I could enlarge it. I can scan it and enlarge it and then use them individually, or I can use them as a group, like in a collage effect. So I thought that was cute, and I might actually try to do the whole digital thing because these are easy to scan and turn into digitals. Look at her, isn't she sweet? It's just, she was $4.95. I thought that was a little high, but this picture is so clear and cute that I went for it, as well as this lovely bride. And she was only $1.95. I feel like she was worth more than that, but anyway, isn't she pretty? And then this little cute couple. Okay, I just love them. I think they're sweet. And they were $1. So I think I could use that image in a lot of ways. Aren't they the cutest? So yeah, those are fun. And then I got a stand, you know, for Scrabble tiles, because I thought it might be nice to make, you know, just say Creator's Call or something and put it on here and have it in my shop just as in my craft room, I mean, as a decorative element. So yeah, that's what I bought that for. So, you know how you see people do that. Then I found this book, which everyone has. It's the Time Life Encyclopedia of Gardening, the Roses book, and everywhere you go, it's out. One of my thrift hauls last summer, I was looking for this, and I got a couple others because they didn't have the roses. But the one from Roses I have seen over and over again, and I think, Pam, is this the one that you sent me? Or pages from this one, I mean? Or one of the ones in the series, anyway. But the Roses one is a very popular... That's pretty. Can you see that? No. There we go. Sorry, I'm sitting down and my camera's up. And I'm fighting with some shadows and glare today. It's gloomy out, but it's not helping my lighting situation. Yeah, so this was at St. Vincent de Paul. I keep saying that they're open, but they're not. They're only open on Saturdays. Isn't this cool? But see, you could cut this out and use this as ephemera. Use these stamps, all of these fun things. That's pretty, isn't it? So lots of fun ways to use the pages in this one. I can see why everybody likes it. I'm excited to find it. I think it was like $2.99 though. I wasn't too thrilled about that. It seemed a little high, but that's okay. It's okay. It all goes to a good cause. Now, my favorite thing that I found when I was out thrifting was this. And I will tell you why I'm so excited about it. Do you remember, for those of you who have been watching my thrift hauls, last summer when we went to the bins, Carol and I found this little sweetie pie. I found this cute little Samsonite cosmetic case. I have cleaned it up. She's not pure white still, but I may still do some more scrubbing. anyway, she was in mint condition. And if you watch that video, all I could say over and over again was that I love her. I do love her. So currently I am keeping in here items for making snippet rolls. And I've got that all organized. But one of my favorite things about this, oh hey, there I am. Ah. One of my favorite things about this case is how it smells. And I just really didn't want to lose the sweet little old lady powdery smell that it's got. And guess what? This is the perfume. Now, I'm not an Avon customer. I never really was. But this is, let's see if it'll focus in on there, Timeless Cologne by Avon. And that is the scent that is in that suitcase. So now I have many happy years ahead of me where I can just refresh the scent when it starts to get old and it starts to lose it. I can refresh the scent, which I did already when I brought it home. So now it's very fragrant in here. My craft room is going to smell like a little old lady, but I love it. Yeah, so we've just been having a lot going on. So one of the other things that we're thinking about, we haven't quite made up our mind yet, but in light of the home buying situation and the prices in our area just being ridiculous, and the fact that we have now accepted that we're not going to be able to downsize for a while and move, we are talking about remodeling. So we're looking into that and just remodeling our kitchen and our master bath, because this was not the house I intended to stay in long term, but I've been here a lot longer than I'd ever planned, and it looks like we're going to be here a while longer. So normally I would not have worried about it. We just tried to keep everything nice until we moved out. And part of that is because of cost. You put in the cost, but you never get out of it. You get back about half of what you put into it. However, I'd rather have a home that I live in, and with the prices now, they've far exceeded what we ever thought we might get out of this house. So we're thinking it makes good sense now to go ahead and remodel. So if that's coming up, my kids are moving in the month of June, probably. I have kids coming this week, and then they'll be staying for the entire month of May. And I'm helping my niece. I'm going to go down to California with her and help her move some things up here. She got a job up here last fall and has a roommate situation. So she's just bringing some things up from her bedroom at home, and I promised her I'd take the van and help her do that. So I have a busy few months coming up. And the reason I'm telling you that is because I'm going to be filming ahead. You're seeing this on May 5th, but I'm actually, a lot of this stuff has just happened last week, and it was our anniversary week, a lot of things. So, you know, you're seeing this a couple weeks after all this activity, but I don't see it slowing down anytime soon. All right, enough chit chat. I think I've wasted enough time. So let's talk about our giveaway. Okay, here's what I was going to do. Let's talk about what I was going to do and then what we are doing. Okay, what I wanted to make was an ephemera storage keeper, and I thought that I would try and make an altered book to do that. So make a ephemera storage book out of an altered book, and everything was going well up until yesterday, and I decided to coffee dye this book. This was my choice. It's still wet in here too. This has been under a fan for hours and hours all day yesterday, but it's still pretty wet in there. Well, I decided to coffee dye the book so that the pages all had some patina and stuff, but unfortunately I've never had this happen. It took the coffee really well, but it also came apart. All these signatures are falling out. Oh gosh, there it goes, see? So we won't be using this as an altered book ephemera storage keeper after all, which is too bad. This book, I like the picture on it. That's why I wanted to use it. I had it on my shelf for a long time, and I thought, well, it's a good candidate for an altered book. The picture's nice. But now it fell apart. Look, you can see all my little coffee drips on it. So anyway, we're going to have to find another use for the Maid of Fairborn Hall and all these lovely coffee dyed pages. I'm really impressed at how it took the dye, though. It took it really fast. And it still smells like coffee in here. So what I wanted was to do a altered book with a vintage lady theme to go along with the lady on the cover. So here's all my papers and things. Look at this big stack. I have in mind to do a vintage lady album, and most of these papers I found at thrift stores. fact, all of them, pretty sure. I might have pulled a couple out of paper pads, but... And then these here, these few are a gift from my friend Lori. Thank you, Lori. So anyway, what I decided, I had to come up with a plan real quick because I knew I was doing this video today and my book fell apart yesterday. So what I decided is that I would make it instead into an ephemera binder and make pages to go into this binder. I'm going to adjust my camera. Hold on. I'm going to use this binder. It's Creative Home Decorating. It's a really nice size. And I thought that way it would be easier to add and subtract pages. Because, I don't know, if you guys are like me at all, what happens is you get going and you kind of have a system and an order, but then you have to add something else in and you're out of room for that category, so then you have to make it fit somewhere else. So I thought maybe a binder system might work better. And then I've been watching Pam at Pam's Paper Place. Hey, Pam. I've been watching her videos on doing her binder ephemera storage, and she's got a couple of really good ones out there. So that kind of gave me the idea, well, then maybe I should just do this as a binder instead of as an altered book. So that's where that's how that happened. So I'm thinking I can use these pages, some of them, as the base because they're very thick. And look how they fold out. They're a nice weight. So I haven't quite got all the specifics of this figured out in my mind, but it's coming together slowly. And I just finished and just showed you as I'm filming this, I have just shown you You Go Girl, that one. So I still have a few things to do to clean up from that. However, I'm giving this some more thought, and I think this will work. I think this might be actually a really good plan. So what I thought is maybe I could take some of these pages and maybe even double them. Look at, see, this makes pockets, or maybe I could even cut them. And here's another thought, cut them. I was gonna make big pockets, medium pockets, use some acetate that I have in my stash to make clear pockets. But some of these could be reinforced the way that they fold to be deep pockets, or I could cut them in half and it would actually add some extra stability to the pages because they are a little bit thicker. Thicker paper, not quite as thick as cardstock, but they're pretty good, pretty hefty. And then I would just cover it with some of my vintage lady papers. See? And get that vintage vibe. So, as usual, my ideas usually end up incorporating several elements and themes all at once. So it's just the way my mind works. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do for the giveaway. We're going to have our ephemera binder, and I'm going to give you something pretty to look at here. And I think that'll turn out really fun because we all need places to store our ephemera. So let's talk about the rules for our giveaway. I'm calling it a 600 subscriber reward. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to put in the title or on the thumbnail yet, because what I am hearing is that when you use the word giveaway in your title, that very often you attract unwanted attention and trolls and things, and I don't want to do that. And I kind of feel like it is a reward for all of you for sticking with me and for joining my channel and watching my videos. Yeah, so it's kind of a reward for you and a reward for me, and so I'll probably use that term instead of giveaway. Just be forewarned. Of course, if you're watching this, you'll have already figured that out because I'll have already decided what to call it. Okay, so rule number 1, you must be a subby. I will know that you're a subby or not because you have to be a visible subby in order to do the next thing on my list, which is to leave a comment. And not just any old comment. I would like you to comment with your favorite quote or wise saying. Since I like to close my videos with inspiring thoughts or quotes, I thought it would be really fun to have all of you comment with your favorite quote or pithy saying or whatever. So yeah, just comment with that. Then I will know that you want to be in the drawing. Okay, so be a subby, leave your comment with your favorite quote, and then the dates. So this is airing on May 5th, and I'm going to give 2 weeks so that we have enough time to gather comments. That's pretty generous. Most giveaways do not last that long on the period for entry, okay? But I think that's a nice amount of time, and for those of you who have been watching but never subscribed yet, that gives you the chance to go ahead and subscribe, and then you can leave the comment, and then you're also in the running for the drawing. So it will run May 5th through the 18th, so that'll be a Wednesday through Tuesday night, and I really think we need to cut that off. Let's see, I'm on Mountain Standard Time, so let's say 10 p.m. my time. 10 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So Pacific, it'll be 9 o'clock for you. Central, it'll be 11 p.m. and East Coast, it'll be midnight, okay? If you're outside of this country, I don't know. If you're in Alaska or Hawaii, I don't know. You have to figure that out yourself. But yeah, so by my time, 10 p.m., leave your comment on May 18th, and then I will announce the winner on the 19th. So my job is not only to create the giveaway prize, but also to figure out how to do one of those drawing things that I think YouTube has one, and there's other ones. So if anyone has any information out there on how you do the comment picker for YouTube, I would very much appreciate it, because that's going to be big help in picking the winner for this. So I don't know if there's other parameters that I need to have them say, but yeah. So we'll figure it out one way or the other. Even if I have to go through by hand, I'll do it. Okay? Okay, and then your prize is going to be this ephemera binder made with a vintage lady theme, because I've been wanting to make one. And this binder is actually a pretty good size. It's 8.8 3/4 inches by 10 inches, which is a really good size. It's a nice size to be on your shelf, and it's just a nice size in the hand. By the time you fill this up, it's going to be pretty thick. So most of these pages are going to come out. I'm thinking I'm only going to have like somewhere between 15 and 20 pages, because by the time I put envelopes and cover it with paper, and then a person adds their own ephemera to it, it's going to get really full. And it's about 3 inches, I think. I'm guesstimating. I'm not going to measure it, but it looks like it's about 3 inches. Yeah. So that's it for this week, guys. I hope that you all are having a good week and a happy spring. And yeah, just know that my life is picking up, and I hope yours is too, in a good way. I had my second COVID shot last week, and yeah, I had a bit of a reaction to the reaction, if that makes sense. My body's weird, so I had the reaction that was expected, and then I had kind of a reaction to the fever that I got as a result of having my booster, but I'm hoping that clears up soon. It's not life-threatening, it's not terrible, but it does look a little bit alarming when you look at me. So till then, you know, we'll just stay home and create. That's what we'll do. All right. So to close, I'm going to close with a favorite quote of mine, and it's a Ben Franklin one, I believe, from the Poor Richard's Almanac that he used to do. And my quote today is, "A stitch in time saves 9." And the reason for that is because we're going to be proactive. I'm being proactive in planning ahead and filming ahead, so that I can get my busy time handled, you know, so I don't disappoint you or miss a video. And it's just always a good reminder that when you are prepared for something and you're looking forward a little bit prepared, it will save you a whole lot of work on the back end. So until next week, everyone, I'd like you to be inspired and do something creative. Talk to you next week. Bye-bye.